And here we are, YouTube. Attempt number 4. No surprises here. I have water. What do we have? We've got strawberries and we've got grapes. We know the rating range 400 to 900. Discovered check. We need 20 in a row. As always, I am the least prepared. Let's get a pen. Here we go. I'm ready. Let's start. Let's make this attempt the last one. Okay, it's white to move. What checks have we got? We got that bishop check. And we can take the rook afterwards. That looks good to me. Oh, there's more. Take the queen. Do we take the queen? Yes. Always take the queen. Always take the queen. White to move. Okay, so we got A in the bottom left hand. A1's in the bottom left hand corner, so we're moving up. I see promotion on the horizon. There we go. Promising start. This looks familiar. I feel like this rook move is the only real move. Surely. Let me just double check everything's protected. The only thing he can do is move the king up, and then we got the fork if the king goes to h6, which is what we shall now do. Ooh, h6, yeah, we'll lose the pawn, but then we will take the rook, which is fine by me. What's going on here? Brilliant. Brilliant. White to move. Okay, we have rook to g8, check, blocks with the knight, we take, then the king goes to h7, then it's pawn to e5, for the discovered check with the queen. If anything wants to get in the way, we will just take it. Unless it's a pawn. It's interesting. That is interesting. I imagine the light squared bishop comes into the mix at some point then. So we then discovered check there. So I saw that and I'm thinking I'm just taking that knight. Brilliant. Here we go. White to move. Discovered check will be with the rook on h1. So it's just a case of where does the knight go? Well, to be fair, the knight has 3 options. Which is the best? I guess I'd take the pawn on f5, discover check, and then take the knight. I'm guessing. Otherwise, nowhere else really. Worth going. I can't attack the queen with the knight in 2 moves. Unless there's some way. No. Let's just try that, and if it's wrong, we'll accept it. Ah, that's interesting. Didn't see that as an option. But we'll take. Brilliant. White to move. So the dark squared bishop's going to go somewhere. So this is interesting. Where's the best place for the dark squared bishop to go? So this is a difficulty 803. So where is the best place? Because I see the king going along the B file on the light squares. So I guess I need to move the queen to C7, regardless of where the king goes. So the bishop would have to go to E5 to protect the queen on E7. That's my thinking. Now, if I calculate that, I think that works. Yeah, it looks quite brutal, regardless of where the king goes. That's my thinking. That's what I'm going with. That is what I'm going with if I could move the piece. So now the queen goes there. Is there... But the king can go to... If I go to... That's the thing. If I go to C7 and the king then goes to... the king goes to E6, the queen can then just go to D6. And that is checkmate because they are protecting each other. Excellent. Excellent. This actually makes sense. This is good stuff. More sense making, please. So, the discover check is definitely the pawn taking the knight, which is great. And if anyone wants to get in the way, I see the knight or the queen taking it. So there, the queen can take. And there, the queen takes again, keeping these checks going. And here, yeah, queen again. 3 in a row. Beast of a queen. White to move. White to move. White to move. Discover check is a pawn move again. I'm not going to be fooled like I have in the past. So it's the pawn move and then the pawn just takes the bishop afterwards. Depending on what happens. But that looks like a strong move. Looks good to me. Absolutely. Next up is white to move. So the pawn, so my H pawn takes for the check. And then king takes pawn. Then where are we going? King takes pawn. Then maybe it's bishop to H6 check. The bishop's protected by the rook. So where's the king going? King could potentially go to what? F8? No, he can't. I think that's pretty much everything covered. Oh, didn't even need to calculate that far. Black to move, so that's definitely taking the knight. Excellent. So we're halfway. That's 10 down. We're halfway. Normally gets a bit tricky now. Okay, so it's definitely a king move to attack the rook. On. Where's A1? A1's there, so they're moving down. Excellent. So, oh, am I taking the rook? Yeah, definitely take the rook. That's fine. We can live with that. Excellent. Swig of water. And a grape. Where are we? White to move. I see knight to H6. And then queen to G8 afterwards. Excellent. White to move. So it's going to be definitely the pawn move to protect the rook with the bishop and deliver a check. We'll take that. Thank you. Excellent. Black to move. We've got queen to H4 check. Then we have pawn to G3. Okay. Pawn to G3. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Then what? Knight takes. And then queen takes. Nothing left to block it. Are we in a better position there? I think we are. I'm tempted to take the rook, to be honest with you. I'm very tempted to take the rook in that exchange. Takes, take. Oh, it didn't take. Wow. Okay, well, I'll take then. I will take the more discovered check action. Interesting. It didn't take with the knight. I didn't. Oh, it wouldn't have taken back with the pawn because I would have taken the rook with the queen. Fair. Fair. That makes sense. White to move. Here we go. Now it gets interesting. Because we've got queen to... Where are we? Queen to H2. And the only thing you can do is block with the queen. And then I take with the knight. Looks about right. Yeah, that's the only logical. Then we move the knight. And the queen comes along and brings the pain, I believe. On H8, and then we're just in a good position. And again, I think that's mate, to be fair. As far as I'm aware, yeah, good stuff. That's 15 in a row. I said, you know what? I didn't want to jinx it, but there's no jinxing in chess. You either know it or you don't. That's what we're going to go with. So we'll say that that's 15. So we've got knight moves. We've got the G3 knight to D5. That's a check with the queen, and then the knight takes the queen after that. I don't mind what takes afterwards. I think that's the one. Unless, oh, if you block with the bishop, that's fine. The knight can take. That's fine. We are taking the queen, aren't we? Are we? Where will the queen go? Yeah, we take. We always take. Until there's a reason not to. Okay, that's 16. Strawberry. White to move. Now I'm going to push the pawn. This looks suspiciously similar to one where that was the wrong move. What's blocking it? What could potentially block that? Well, whatever tries to block it, the pawn's taking the knight regardless. Unless, of course, the knight moves, in which case we'll take with the queen. Yes. And we'll just keep on taking, right, guys? 17. 3 more. And we've done it. 3 more. Black to move. So where does the king go? I think the king attacks the bishop, doesn't it? That makes sense. Yeah. Yes. Well, I think that could be wrong. Because if the bishop moves to block it, would I take? I'd take with the bishop again for a check, wouldn't I? I would, and then I can take the A2 pawn afterwards. He says, okay. Oh, well, I'm taking the bishop then, surely. It's a no-brainer. 2 more to go. Black to move. Oh. This is difficulty 614. It's black to move. I see no discover checks. Okay. I see a check with the knight. Check with the knight, and then the king can only go to A7. Okay. I'm delivering some kind of checkmate with the rook, I guess. Which I'm not convinced is possible. Problem is, I don't know when this puzzle ends. So we've got rook to C7 check. King to A7. And then what? Oh, I deliver another check and attack the rook. I think I must have got that one wrong in the past. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. One more and we've done it. This is the last puzzle. 723 difficulty. It's no walk in the park, don't get me wrong. Black to move. which means the pawn can't move to deliver check. King can't move. Well, the king can move. Oh no, actually there's only one space the king can move to. And I think that's check. No. The king can then move to the g6 square, and then the rook moves to h6 to deliver check. Mate. As far as I'm aware, that looks about right. 20 in a row. Never thought this day would come. Attempt number 4. I may do them in alphabetical order, to be fair. But finally done it. Do I know discovered checks inside out? Absolutely not. Am I better than I was when I first started? I'd like to believe so. And so that's the end of this video. I hope you followed this crazy journey for the first level of puzzles for discovered checks. It's only going to get harder. I look forward to what chess.com has in store for me. But until then, I'll see you next time.